Hello, welcome to TTNT, Topics That Need Talking. I'm your host, Jess. Today's episode is going to be about, we turn to YouTubers for the answers we already know. This is one of those things that we do with our friends. You know how if you're going through something and you seek out advice, they tell you something that you already know, but you needed to hear from someone else. And then it's just kind of your own thing, whether you apply what they say or you ignore and continue to do the incorrect or wrong thing. Definitely your choice. But now, at least with me, I turn to YouTubers that I watch for a lot of the answers that I either know or just to hear how they're dealing with something similar, whether it be emotional or just situational. And I'll look and go, didn't think of it like that. But I'm like, I don't know these people personally. It's just one of those, why am I turning to someone I don't know for an answer that I can think of on my own, or from those that know me personally telling me? And I feel like it just comes from how we look at celebrities, and when we see them being absolutely human, in the sense of we see them struggle, we see them show raw emotion, not like on screen in a movie, but raw, genuine tears or anger, legit emotion. We look to them and go, oh wow, they go through that too? Because we lionize them. We put them on that pedestal, so we don't see them as human anymore, but not necessarily a god. But we like to look at them and go, well, what are they doing? Maybe I can try it too. My situation's a little similar, or a lot similar, or not similar at all, but I can still use the advice. And I never understood why we do that. Why do we turn to individuals that we don't know personally for the answers? And I'm sticking with celebrities in this realm, not those that are professionals, like therapists or psychiatrists. Seek them. They know what they're doing. They have the experience and the training and the certifications. They have every right to tell you, hey, try this, or did you think of that? They have every right on that one. I'm talking, if I'm going through some drama, I watch a lot of gaming channels, so I might go to Jacksepticeye or Markiplier and see what's getting them down to kind of make them more human, or what's making them glum, and how they are taking the steps necessary to feel better, to address the issue or to fix the situation. And I just go and I'm like, oh my gosh, I never thought of it like that. Or, you know what, I've had friends tell me that too. Words like that. And it's like, I don't need this YouTuber to tell me something I know already. Why does it suddenly have a bigger impact on me now than it did when I told it to myself, when I thought of it on my own, or when my best friend told me? Why does this one stranger who I just look up to have the bigger impact? Why does that happen to us? It should be your best friend that has the bigger impact. They've known you the longest. They know you more intimately. They know you more personally. They should have the bigger impact, and their words should definitely hit home harder. Because at least with me and my best friend, we can be brutally honest with each other and say, this is what it is. Force us to look at the problem and go, this is the problem. Here is the answer to the problem. Apply it, or I'm gonna have to use physical force to make you move on. It's, something like that. And I've always wondered that. Why do we look up to these celebrities? They're still people. Granted, they do something not everyone can do successfully. Why do you have the bigger impact? Why do we allow them to have the bigger impact on us? Is it because of their platform, how they can reach over thousands or hundreds of thousands or even millions of people all at once, so they just have that? Or is it just because we put them in front of the camera, so we feel, more connected because we relate to them on a more deeper level once they've opened up their world to us? And I mean their private world, not the public persona that they put on, but their private world to us. I've been doing that lately with the 1975. I've been binging their new album, mostly listening to a lot of songs on repeat, but I've been watching a lot of old interviews of them. Being I wonder what they were like 4 years ago. Watch them, and then I watch some of their more recent interviews. It's so interesting to see how a person just changes, especially in a juxtaposition like that. I'm only watching interviews, and they don't do too many of those. Interviews from 4 years ago versus an interview from 2 weeks ago. Totally different people, and that's expected. You grow every day. You grow every month, every year. You're always going to grow as an individual. You will always learn something new about yourself. But somehow I feel impacted from how they were 4 years ago, especially the lead singer, Maddie. With what I know now, I'm like, oh my gosh, if he can make it through this dark time, so can I with this minor problem that's just bigger in my head. A celebrity doesn't need to tell me that, or even show me that something that was worse for him and he got through is proof enough for me to get through on my tiny little situation. I don't need a celebrity. I need myself to realize that, the self-realization that we've talked about in several episodes, and just go, all right, I see my problem. Here's how I'm going to fix it. Not a 4-minute interview where he just lets it all out on this one topic, and now it's all of a sudden resonating in me, and now I feel as if I can move on. I could always move on. I just apparently needed someone I will never meet, know personally, to tell me the words that I've been thinking or saying to myself already. It boggles me how that's a thing that we all do, and it's just widely accepted. I just like to question it sometimes. Why is this a thing? I don't know. I just found it different and odd, and not something to question or to look at people suspiciously saying, I don't have to listen to you, I can come up with that on my own. No, you're always going to learn more about yourself on your own, but you need the perspective of someone else in order to see anything from a different angle. You can't see all angles all on your own. You need a fresh pair of eyes, or just someone who walked a different life from you. So I'm not saying don't trust people or question everybody. Like, I very little question my friends in a lot of things. I just wholeheartedly trust them. I just look and go, okay, and that's it. Because that's who we are, and that's how our trust is. It's very deep to where we won't really question it. And if we do, it's because, oh, I never thought of it like that. Let's look it up together. Like, we want to seek out the truth together, or even separately, we want to know. But with someone I just met and they tell me something, I'm going to question it, saying, well, did you ever think of it this way? Or, well, what if this happens? And it's not even to be rude. It's just like, I don't have to take your word. I don't have to take it at all. I can question it if I want to, or I can be a kind stranger, listen, nod, and move on with my day. It's just a weird thing that's so widely accepted, but I don't hear many people questioning. Just a simple question of, why do we do this? Why do we seek this out? What makes them so different? It's stuff like that I like to think about. Like Jacksepticeye was going through a dark time. He sought out these necessary steps, and now he's promoting PMA, positive mental attitude. I've been doing that already. What makes him so different? I sought out help. I'm doing necessary steps to make sure I don't go so down the rabbit hole on being sad. And I'm just telling people my struggles so that they know, hey, someone else is going through this. Here's what they've done. It's either apply it to themselves or tweak it in whatever way helps them. I like to let people know you're never struggling alone on this. Like, I can empathize with you on that one. And if I can't empathize and they don't want my sympathy, I can just be a good listener. It's odd. Moral of the story, it's odd. Who knows? And we turn to YouTubers for the answers we already know. You've been listening to TTNT, Topics That Need Talking with Jess. If you want to reach out to me, I have a Twitter if you want to create a discussion over there and just speak to me and see my thoughts on any other topic that either you think needs talking or just want to talk about what was discussed in this episode. You can comment below and I'll see and respond to it, or like your comment to at least indicate that I read it. My Twitter handle is in the description below. Have a good day, you guys. Be happy, stay safe, and happy holidays.